Good morning. It's Thursday, March 11th. This is Raku. I'm going to talk about time. I've been following a group, Clay Buddies, on Facebook, and the question came up, why do potters end up glazing, at 3 or 4 in the morning? And there are two reasons, although I had to think about it a bit. One is actually related to an old story about Shoji Hamada. So this came up in Peterson's book about him, where there was some day where he was supposed to glaze, and in fact had like 400 pieces to glaze, plus he had something he needed to do in Tokyo that evening. So there was a specific train he needed to catch at a specific time, say 5 p.m. So he sat down, he had assistants, and they would bring him the bisque pots, and typically he would tell them, what overall glaze to put on them, and they'd dash off and do that. And then they'd come back with them later in the process. And he was famous for his ability to decorate with a second glaze just poured out of a little ladle. But he could, anyway, look them up. They're fabulous. But so he's making these decisions. And they're going through the day, and she's watching, and she's amazed because he doesn't get tired. And in fact, it's the opposite. He gets more confident. Things are flowing better, and they ran out of pots early. He's reaching for the next, asking for the next one, and they're like, no, that's it, we're done. Oh, that's good. He goes off, gets ready for the train. So what I got out of that, although I later found out it's not actually written in the book, is your true work makes you stronger. What you enjoy doing is energizing. Okay. The second thing is time squeeze. Okay, in any given day, personally, I'm squeezed in 4 different directions by time. Okay, so looking backward, the time, so I'm talking about the time I have available for, petting cats and playing with pots. Okay, I'm squeezed from the back by, what was I doing an hour ago? Okay, there wasn't an open horizon. There was something happening. I'm squeezed left and right, potentially, by things like expecting a visitor, expecting a call, things where, you have to keep the phone near, you have to keep the possibility of getting in the car to go make a delivery, things like that. And then I'm squeezed in the future, potentially by appointments or obligations, except more or less after 10 p.m., 11 p.m. Suddenly there's no errands to run, no visitors. There's nothing squeezing me left and right to influence what I'm doing right now, so I'm free to glaze. And there's nothing really squeezing me other than tomorrow's exhaustion about staying up late. If I glaze till 1, okay. If I glaze till 3, okay. And not being squeezed really, really helps when you're trying to do something like glazing or throwing or pulling handles or whatever. I think that's those two things are part of the answer. Anyway, have a good day.